What is up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory video, and as you can see, myself, AB, and Braden have teamed up for a ranked match. They ban out the Black Feather, we ban out the Adagio, and then they take their sweet time picking, but they end up settling on a Fortress support pick here. So once they pick up that, it is on us to pick up our support, and we're talking about it. We decided to go with a Finn. It's kind of crazy because you're looking at this right here, and what was it, just maybe 3 patches ago, not that long, you would never have seen Fortress and Finn on the fold, and now here they are being in the first 2 support picks. It was always Arden and Catherine. Can't wait to see what happens when the 2 new support heroes come out to add even more diversity to that, because it's going to be a lot more interesting and fun to see how that all fits into it. So I decided to pick up the Glaive right here. Grab that, and in reaction to the Glaive, I think they grab the Ringo Sky. Is that right? I believe. Let's see here. I think that's what they pick up. So really early game damage, high output damage. That's what they were going for. And obviously into the Sky, we decided to pick up the Taka. And almost every time when we have last pick and the Sky gets thrown out there and Taka's not banned, that's what we're going to pick. And you'll see why, because he's a pretty good hard counter to Sky. Can really make it hard for her to land anything, especially a CP Sky. Weapon power is a lot better against Taka because you're not relying on those abilities to land. You're just auto-attacking, essentially, and using your abilities for repositioning or to expose him once he goes into his box. But we'll talk about that some other video. Here you see the matchup there, and we are going to get onto the fold pretty quickly. And what we want to do, we're talking about here, we don't want to just jump on him because a Fortress Sky is a pretty powerful combination. He can put that bleed on there, and then if you get hit with a forward barrage, you're in for a lot of pain. So we decided we were going to go 1-2-3 gank, really try to put the pressure on this Ringo this match with that Taka, at our disposal. So clear out these backs. Want to get them all done. Wait for AB's a little bit farther away so I get that solo XP, which I'm waiting for again right here, and then boom, get that level 2. And from here, it's like this guy never recovers from this. It just scarred him mentally or something. He comes in, nice afterburn there by Braden, and kaboom, he's done. So he's out of there. We go back to our jungle, and I think they're right. No, they didn't even take my fronts. I think they tried to go up to the lane. I'm not sure why. It's not like we could have pressured the lane there. But anyways, I grab up my fronts, get shopped up here. I decided I want to go to a tension bow on this one. Sometimes in weapon power, depending on the team comp, I'll just go into a Sorrow Blade. But for some reason here, I decided to go ahead and go on a tension bow. I think because of that Sky, I wanted to have that burst damage early on. If I got on her and avoided that forward barrage, you don't want to let her get her abilities up too many times. Eventually, one of them might land on you. So having that extra burst damage quicker, I thought would be best. And then during the match at some point, Brady and I are talking about, he's like, just go double proc, which I had never actually ran before. I never ran a tension bow, Aftershock, Taka, but it is a common build a lot of times, and it is a good build. The reuse is valuable for him on the Aftershock, and obviously the damage that comes from it. But you can see what I mean right here. Like literally, he won't even hardly come in for last hits. He's hanging back, trying to get some damage on him, but he's just hanging out by that turret. At least let him know I'm there. I took a turret shot, but that's not a big deal. Go back down to the shop, buy up towards that tension bow. Take out my front and just do some solo farming here. AB's hanging out up in the lane with Braden for the most part. So take out all of this solo, which is getting me towards that level 6 all the quicker. Which once Taka gets to level 6, he's just so freaking strong. Sometimes I'll ability skip on Taka for that B at level 5. But honestly, if I'm building any amount of crystal power, even if it's just a little bit, I usually will go ahead and take it because it does increase your heal that you get from it. So I see that they're down there. They're flaring. I just want to buy up my boots real quick and get out. So I had to go ahead and pop those boots as soon as I got them. But I wanted to go ahead and shop. They're going to get our fronts. But we decided to turn back on them here, being a 2v3. Braden comes over, stuns up Sky, but they just, they're hauling butt. They're getting out of there pretty quick. They didn't even take my fronts. I think they got that mid taken down, but didn't get my fronts. Then they decide, as their third shows up, they want to turn this back around on us. And they actually do a pretty good job because Braden's pretty low. I do pick up my ultimate right there and decide they're going to take my backs anyway. So I just come in, drop that ultimate onto their Sky. And you might notice the name on that Sky. That's Perceptions. Does a lot of streaming. Actually, I think he works for SEMC now. So Pretty well known guy there. But I know they're invading my jungle, so what do? I just go straight back to theirs. Just box back there, take their backs. Ringo does show up and get me taken care of, but that's all right. I got the backs, so worth. Grab that hourglass. Want to start building towards that aftershock. So once I get a little bit more gold, I will get into that crystal power. They are hanging out down here at my backs and stuff and flaring everywhere for me. So I just ignore that, come right back up in the lane and start putting this damage back on to this Ringo. Just put the hurt on him. Unfortunately, couldn't get that A to go off before Braden hit that afterburn. I think it might have got him down if we'd have got that next auto attack and flip off over the top of him there, but no big deal. Go back, start springing all the vision that they've laid down all over my base, take back our minion mine, and just get the gold that is from that. That's always a good gold there. Take that back. Then just perfect timing, really. My jungle starts spawning. Take all of it. A couple of those regeneration minions will help out on the life situation. And then I'll box out and we'll pretty much be in good shape here. So that's what I do. Heals me right back up. I'm ready for a fight. Go back in the lane, and there's Ringo. What do you know? Boom, Ringo. Bang, bang. Wow. So much damage. One more hit right there. He goes down. I do die for it. The forward barrage from Perceptions there takes me out, but just gets me a little bit closer towards that aftershock. Once I get that burst damage is going to be insane, and I'll just start going some defense from there. But get back up. You see that they are, doing a good job taking them out. As that Ringo was down, it was 2v2. They got the best of them there, took both of them out, as a matter of fact. It wasn't the ace, Ringo was already back up, but did get both the kills. I was waiting for AB here to come hit the back. He goes back up. I don't know what he was doing there. I guess he didn't know the one was already gone. I thought he was just not wanting to tank it, but ended up hitting it first anyway. So trigger their vision. Go back down to my front, and then I think right back up into the lane here. Yeah, I'm waiting on. I know I've got to have about 900 gold, 950 to get that aftershock. So no reason going to shop. They're flaring down there anyways. Braden's pushing the way forward, and then right here, I'm actually surprised that they all three came. I guess this Ringo. We just pushed the wave into their turret again. This Ringo just does not care about farming. Apparently, it works out for him. Obviously, I mean they did get a lot of damage on us there. That was a good fountain there. I think I saw that right from. Maybe, but that he's just losing tons and tons of farm with that wave pushed all the way in, and by the time he gets up there, we're back up. So I don't know if that's worth it or not. Braden immediately starts farming up his wave. So we've sort of gotten figured out here. We know we can probably push into their turret when they do this stuff now. Instead of trying to go down to the jungle, I try to go back and invade and get their backs, and they do show up. And I mean, they throw everything at me here. The dogs, the ultimate. Just everything. So I think that was kind of a waste on those dogs just to take me out. But it did cost them a turret. Again, we sort of get caught on here that they're not defending their turret. So next time something happens, when I had them all three distracted, they push right into it. So obviously that is well worth it. Turret for a death, we'll take that any time. Then we get down and get the gold pay. I think Braden comes in and steals that from him, which was hilarious because they had gone for it. So we got the turret and the gold payout. Drop that ultimate on to them and just try to make them chase it, which is exactly what they're going to do. Trying to land that forward barrage, but no go. Didn't land. Ringo does come in with the ultimate, which again was, in my opinion, just completely wasted. I just box up and pretty much heal right back up from it. And then we defend our turret. I'm dropping down into the jungle, trying to get my backs, which are just now spawning. So our rotations are pretty good. I mean, they're sort of running around, in my opinion, chasing their tail a little bit and not really getting anything. We're getting the objectives. Again, that was a great steal by Braden on the gold mine, but losing that turret is a big one. And then right here, we take our minion mine back and get back up into the fight. You see Braden dueling out with Ringo up there. They are chasing me down. I get my tier 2 boots this time, pop them again just to get away from where I bought them. Nice hook there by AB, and it really caught me and Braden by surprise. And we didn't even get much damage onto that fortress because we just weren't expecting it. And there, all of a sudden, there he was. But we do pursue, continue to chase him down and take him out there. He does get his dogs off just in time. I mean, just barely. But obviously, we clean those up really quickly. The sky falls back, and we end up taking their mid here. I think she cleaned up their backs. So we fall back to their fronts, actually, I don't know if we take a shop up. I've got my double proc. I want to get a little attack speed there, and then I want us to get more towards that defense. But you see, again, this is right here is a good illustration of why you pick a Taka versus a Sky. Because really, what can she do? She can't really land her abilities on me. I just sort of evade, move out of the way. And then finally, when she's distracted by someone else, I come flying in, boom, put the ultimate on her. get both of those auto attacks off. And then again, just sort of stay behind her. She's doing that forward barrage, but I'm behind her. One more auto attack. There she goes. She's done. Then they get on to the fortress here, gets pulled back in, take him out really quickly, and then obviously we're in a great position here to take the gold mine again. It's 3v1. They have to fall back. They have to protect that turret that Braden's pushing into, or at least try to. But once again, Ringo was a little bit late to the party there. I don't think he was still down from his timer, but he might have been. Lose another turret. I buy up some more defense and some more attack speed. I probably should have had attack speed a little bit quicker in this match, but I was just trying to get to those procs. Take their mids and their fronts. And then we decide, hey, we're going to fight. We're going to keep the pressure on here. We're ahead. Boom, jump onto this onto that sky, and look at the damage here. Look at the damage. Boom, just absolutely melted. Tried to get away with that ultimate, but that also leaves Fortress by himself. He goes down, and Ringo is up in the lane by himself. So Braden comes up and actually takes him out as well. Gets him stunned up. So we get the ace, take out the next turret, and now it is time for Kraken. 15.5 minutes. We're going to run down, get it started. Braden's going to keep pushing that wave in there just a little bit more and grab that minion mine, which does give them time to make a play on this. I'm actually surprised they even tried to, knowing that we were all 3 up. They popped their dogs. They knew where they were, but the dogs were dead by the time they got there. So we just turn our attention onto, I just stick with this fortress. I know they've got Sky 1v1. A lot of damage on this fortress. He actually pops his fountain, which is going to save him just for a moment or two. But then he goes down. Sky goes down. Right back onto the Kraken. They were sort of fighting. I mean, there's Ringo all of a sudden showing up. But they were sort of, not fighting as a team really here. So the Ringo goes down. That's the ace, and that's the game for the most part. We'll take out the turrets, but we just go ahead and take them up before the Kraken even gets there. Last turret is going to go down as Fortress is getting up, but he takes a lot of damage, and we go ahead and take the turret down, and then we're just trolling a little bit here. Could have ended the game. We were just trying to fight him. Ringo comes out. We get on him. I box away from Sky, putting the damage there. He does stun him up too far away. I thought he was going to hit him into this wall over here, and I would have had him. Then we just dive into the base onto the Sky. Couldn't get her down, though, and then that is that. The Kraken pretty much taking care of the Vayne. Few shots on it, and GG. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I thought it was good. Unfortunately, for some reason, you're not going to see the builds because the game didn't sort of skip that part of it. So hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake, doing my best to help you guys suck less.